In this video we're going to run through the general settings for WordPress that you'll change when you install WordPress for the first time. So we'll head into our admin section, and this is a brand new installation, so it will look the same. And what we're going to be concentrating on for this video are the settings, and the first one is the General tab. This lets us set the general information about the blog, who can register, what role they have, and also the address and the title. So the only thing we're going to change here is we're going to add www. for our domain. Now this is optional, you don't have to use it, it's just a personal preference, and blogs will do well with or without it. So we'll change that and we'll save changes. Now this will log us out and we'll log back in again. Okay, so that's the General tab. We'll now go through the writing section, and there's nothing really we have to change in the writing section unless you want to do something specific that you know about. It will post into the default category. So we'll head over to reading, and you can choose to show the latest posts of your blog on the home page, or you can choose a static page to show on there. Again, this is personal preference. If you want a static page, it becomes more like a website rather than a blog, but this is again personal preference. And the only other thing we'll change here is we'll show a summary in our RSS feed. Now the reason why we want the summary instead of full text is if someone subscribed or finds the RSS feed for the blog, and if they only see a summary, they'll get a link to come and read the rest of the article, so they'll come and visit our blog. And if we show them the full text, then they won't need to come and visit the blog. So it's a very quick way of getting some extra free visitors. So we'll save the changes for the reading section. And the discussion section, again, several things here. The only things really is we'll change that link there so that the administrator must approve a comment. Now there's a lot of pieces of software which will automatically spam WordPress blogs and add comments. If you don't check this one, then your blog will get thousands of comments, and they won't be useful comments at all. So that one must be checked. And again, if you don't want to be emailed when if you're going to be visiting the blog often and don't want emailing every single time someone posts a comment, you can uncheck those boxes. And again, that's all we need to do there. Okay, now we'll check the privacy link. And one thing you might find is by default WordPress has started blocking search engines, and they've only just done this recently, so you need to make sure this top link basically enables your blog to be viewed by everyone. So we'll save changes to that. And we'll now head down to permalinks. This sets the URL structure of the blog, and it's quite important to get the keyword inside the URL. There's several ways we can do this. You can add a category followed by a name, or you could just have a post name which puts the name of the post into the actual URL. And you can choose HTML or PHP, or just have the name itself. And just having the name is the personal preference that I use on all my blogs, so that is what we'll be using for that. So those are the basic settings that you need to change to get WordPress up and running. Now, there are several other settings you can change, but it depends on how you're going to be using the blog and what you're going to be installing it onto the blog. But just those settings there will get the blog ready for publishing content on.